Time now for sports with Jayar Jackson.
Damn straight, man. You know what? Today we're blowing it out. It's sports in crisis. We got Michael Vick with the dog fighting. We got Barry Bonds about to break a record that he clearly didn't earn.
Ookie.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what Ookie is?
And we got this Donaghy guy, the basketball ref, fixing everything and working with the mob. What the hell is Ookie?
JR, you know Ookie?
I have no idea what Ookie is.
Ookie is Michael Vick's dogfighting name in the
really?
dogfighting circuit.
Yeah, Bad News Kennels. No, I'm just playing.
Ookie.
Should we get Bad News Kennels t-shirts made up or no?
That would be funny, yeah.
Put a little TYT, and then enough Bad News Kennels.
So, JR, sports in crisis.
Sports in crisis. We got steroids. We've got cheaters with gambling problems in the NBA, and we've got dogfighting. You know, I mean, okay. That's what happens.
That's what I love. This is JR's analysis.
I mean, this is the first time things that we've known about steroids for years. Actually, you know what? When it first all went down with the steroids issue, and with Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds hitting 70, 75, 80, 100,000 home runs in one season. Maybe because you play a season of 175, 80 games, you have a chance to hit all these home runs. But just to get beyond that whole problem.
Move on.
Just to get beyond that. It's already been happening. How come we didn't go after Mark McGwire like crazy? How come we didn't go after Sammy Sosa like crazy?
Because only one guy's got
stuff on balls.
Only one guy's got a grand jury indictment against him, a grand jury investigating him.
All right, here's a couple of favorite things here. My favorite stat about Barry Bonds is that his head grew. Yeah. Okay, like his hat size increased a couple sizes. His feet grew from like a 9 to a 13. Okay?
That's just working out, man.
Okay, no. All right, but dude, his head grew. Okay?
Working out.
So, all right.
You ever done head lifts?
All right, here, let me go on a limb.
Skull lifts?
Yeah, skull lifts. Okay, let me go on a limb here. He's definitely doing steroid.
Yes.
Definitely. Now, but JR's got a good point, though. They've been cheating in baseball as long as there's been baseball. Mm-hmm. How do you answer that charge, Ben Mag?
I don't. Yeah, look, to some extent, look, obviously, one can argue that steroids is no different than any kind of cheating in any sport, in which case you should say, let them do it. Everybody can do steroids. Everybody can get as big as they want. I think it's a fair argument. I think it's wrong, and I think it ruins the game. But the fact of the matter is sort of putting drugs that we know can damage you and are illegal into your body is different than sort of the time-honored concept of, let me spit on the baseball, see what action I can get, and hey, if I get caught, I get thrown out of the game and suspended for 10 days. That seems...
I guess you don't mind that because that's white man's cheating. But when a black man cheats, then all of a sudden you get all emotional about it.
And I'm also willing to concede that part. There's that argument of the slippery slope, which is why you get the base cheating of just spitting on the ball or putting certain things. I forget what they put on balls. Pine tar, all stuff like that.
Sure.
And it goes into steroids. I think it's ridiculous. Steroids in sports, I think it's horrible. It kills people, number two. It makes people think they can do this to get better at the sport. And the people who do it legitimately don't get ahead. They can't get the big contracts. They can't hit the ball out of the park.
No. That's exactly right. My final point on steroids is, look, I feel bad for the guys not taking them because either they're going to suffer and they're going to play on an uneven playing field, or they got shrunken testicles.
Right.
It's a lose-lose, and they got a big head, big feet, and shrunken testicles.
A lot of money, shrunken testicles.
Right. Now,
a lot of money, giant head, small testicles.
Right. I think the basketball is in worse crisis than any of them.
Definitely.
Look, the football thing, they got a lot of criminals, but like Vick's a criminal, and a lot of other guys, Chris Henry, etc., Pac-Man Jones are criminals. But you know what? There's just a lot of people in football. The teams are huge. There's like 1 billion people on each team, so it's just a matter of stats that at some point somebody's going to get in trouble. But the real sport that's in trouble is basketball.
Because the integrity of the game is in question.
And exactly, and it goes further than that. One of the reasons that I think that they didn't notice that the guy was fixing the games is because the refs already do such stupid things like call fouls for the better players. Call fouls based on if they're playing at home or if they're playing away. And call fouls based on how good they think the defender is. So the game is already so screwed up, and the refereeing is so screwed up that when a guy's cheating, you can't even notice.
Man.
It also gives another point to that slippery slope. It started with the pine tar in baseball. Now it goes to make sure it's set a certain way for basketball. Home teams should get better calls. This guy who's a superstar should get better calls. Then it goes on to the point where you don't know what's happening, where you lose control of what you do because of the way you set up the game. Now, these things are changing the game. Baseball has changed the game because of the integrity of the steroids issue. Basketball has changed the integrity because your referees, your officials who are trying to keep the game intact are killing it. The football issue is different. This is a player who's done something heinous and is ruining his life.
Right.
I don't think NFL itself is getting a black
I think
eye.
it's a definite public relations blow. I don't think, once again, you're a dog hater, and you don't appreciate the emotional impact that savagely electrocuting dogs
but
has
does
on
this
most
take
Americans.
down the NFL or does this take down Michael
It
Vick?
crushes. The NFL is done. It's done. They won't play this year. Mark my words. The NFL will not kick off in 2007.
Jayar is a dog hater. You're a player hater. But I got nothing but love for everybody. All right. More clips on theyoungturks.com.